now call is being recorded, guys. So why you guys have to type again? Prathamesh and everybody, you don't have to type. That's okay. Okay, so let's see the what we were talking about. We were talking about file handling function. So to read the file, write the file. So let's start with the reading, opening and reading of the file. Okay. So I have this file. This file is at this location, and the file content is this, right? Something. Today is August 16, or it's August 16 or 17 at your guys' place. Okay. Say it's a nice day out. This file is for testing purpose. Have you learned HTML? So some text is in file, right? So what we are gonna do is open this file and read this file. So how to do that? So we are gonna say here if is equal to open, and we are gonna tell the name of the file. So what is the name of the name and part? C colon data, and what was that part? Data file.txt. This is a text document, so you need to specify the extension. Okay, data file.txt. And as I said, once you open, you can basically get data in file equal to, you can just say f.read, and it is going to read all the file content, and print. If I say data in file, it will print that. So let's do this and see what happens. So you can see here, as soon as I read it, it executed whole this three statement, right? I did not put a breakpoint. Shlok, I deleted your homework program. So I'm gonna ask you guys to do that homework program. That's good. You asked me, now you got the homework, buddy. Okay, let's do these things, and then maybe we can have different homework or this homework. But you guys can see what was the content of file. We are just reading and displaying it as it is. Do you guys see on my screen? File content is here, and this is the text what we are displaying from this print function, right? So Shlok, Aryan, Arjun, Mansik, you guys understand what this open function and read function we are doing, right? So this read function reads whole file content all together. But what if I want to read one line at a time? So that there is a function for it. So what if I read one line at a time, then I will need some way to stop, right? Because there must be end of the file. So I will have to write some loop to basically tell me what is the end of the file, right? So you can do that reading of the file. I will show you how to do that, to read one line at a time, and then how you can stop, right? So let's do here instead of this, if I say read line and then this, so I'm just gonna do it twice, so you guys will know the difference. So I'm gonna now debug to show you how it works. You guys can see it properly that way. It happened. Why it did not stop? It did not stop at all, because it read first two files and came out. You guys can see first line and second line, and it came out. So let me stop it again and start all over. stop and run. Okay, so here you can see this first function on the console, you can see there is nothing printed. So it stopped over here. I'm going to execute first line, this data in a file. It now read that content here, and then we are going to print it, right? Straight. You can see on a console. Where is the console gone? Okay, so it printed first line, right? You can see this is the first line. That now what I'm doing, I'm going to read the second line again. So let's do that. It read the second line, and now I'm going to print that second line again. So you can see what it did. It read the second line and we printed, right? So you guys can see it printed that. So you can do line by line printing, but line by line, if you want to finish all line to be read and close the file, you will have to write the for loop, correct? So that's Shlok, what is the no for? I did not see your message for a long time. That's okay. So this read line function reads one line of the file at a time. So we saw open, we saw read function, and then we saw read line. And now in this case, we are just opening file, right? But technically we have to close the file. If we open it, we do have to close the file. We are not doing here because, now the systems are so smart that as soon as you stop debugging, the file will be closed. But in old time, when I started programming, if you don't close the file, then the file used to get corrupt, and then you will not be able to open the file again. But nowadays, operating system take care of a lot of things. But that was not the case in early days of programming. So let's go. Okay. So close function will close the file. I will show you, but let's write some file, right? So to write the file, you have to, when you specify the file or open, you don't specify. If you look at this, there is a open function has mode of opening. So if you say, you can read here, right? So you can open the file in a read mode, which is the default. But if you want to write the file, you have to open the file in a write mode. So what we will do now is we will try to open the file in a write mode, so we can write some content to the new file. Right. So to open the file in a write mode, I think we will write, this is my data file, right? My data file. I will put the name my data file, so we don't override on the same file. And then how do you write the file is same way. Instead of saying read, what text you want to put into the file? Can you guys type some text? So we will put that same text. I'm just gonna copy Shlok's text. I don't understand it, sir. We'll go back to it, Shlok. All right. Then we can have another statement. Do you guys want to type something else also in a file? What else you want to type in? What is today's homework? Like that, right? And then to write the file, you have to then close, right? So you have to say close. So now you can see here on my machine, I just have data file. There is no file name, my data file. So if I run this program, let's run it. So you guys can see what's happening. So I'm at this place. I'm going to open the file in write mode. So when you say write, it is going to create a new file. So you guys can see, okay, it open and that pointer or that f variable handles or has the file object. Now when I'm going to write the first line, then I'm going to write the second line, and then I'm going to close. So you guys can see still there is a file, right? I can't open. I don't see anything in this file. The file got created, but file is not yet written, and that is what I was showing. I telling you guys in early days. Yeah, if you don't close the file, you will not see the content of the file. So now I did not close the file, right? So you don't see anything there, right? The file is created there, but you don't see anything. It's a 0 byte file. So let's finish or close this file. So I'm gonna close this file. So let's go and see. Now it becomes 1 kilobyte file, right? And if I open this file now, you will see, sir, I don't understand. And I'm just typing one after another. I'm not putting any new line character. So that's the reason next thing come out as what is today's homework. So supposedly, if I had to fix these things, if I could do it on a different line, what you guys can guess how I should do it? To read different lines, we use a read line. So what can you guys guess what should be there to write it on a separate line? Can you guys guess it? Mansi or Shlok, or yeah, you can use a new line, but yeah, there will be something called a right line too, right? There must be something like that. I'm not sure. Let's see. So, can we try this? If we do this, there is no right lines. I think they have only right line. How do they write? So one way is you can use new line characters slash r and slash r slash n, that way. So if you write it, I'm just executing this file. So you can see now a new file is written at 8:14. And if you open this, I already have a couple of files open here. Let me open it new. So now you can see I put this slash r slash n, and that's the reason it added slash r slash n. So it's putting in the next line. So you don't need to use two of them. You can use either one of them. Right? Shlok, now I will answer your question. Let me ask you what you don't understand. Because you are saying I don't understand, but what you don't understand. Shlok, can you type quickly to tell me what you don't understand? Okay, Nancy, you can go. Yeah, the code. It's all coding. But in that code, what you don't understand? कोड मध्ये तर काहीच करत नाही आहोत आपण. या कोड मध्ये वी आर नॉट रिअली डुईंग एनिथिंग. इज वी आर जस्ट ओपनिंग द फाईल अँड रीडिंग और रायटिंग. बट डू यू अंडरस्टँड की तुला समजते का फाईल म्हणजे काय हे तुला माहिती आहे का? कॅन यू आन्सर दॅट श्लोक? फाईल म्हणजे काय माहिती आहे का? right? So this is a file, right? When you say file, that means it has some data inside it or something, some kind of text or something is there. So how you read that file content in a computer? How do computer can read that file content? That's what we are trying to learn. So supposedly, if I have to read this data file, that file on this computer C drive data folder, that we can see as if you don't have the file in that folder path, it is not going to open. So don't try to write the code while you are learning here. You can write the code later. Don't rush to write the code now. Try to learn the concept here. It's for everybody, Parth and everybody. Don't try to write the code in a rush. First learn what it is. So this file resides on a C colon data folder and the file name is data file dot txt. So how computer can read this file? So let me do it one more time. To read the file, you use a read attribute or you don't specify. But now I'm just going to show it one more time to Shlok. Line in file equal to, this is the variable. And I'm saying f read line, right? So what it is gonna, this open function opens this file and assigns to this f variable. Now f variable you can call read line, so it will read one line at a time and put it into this field. So now you can, once it is in that variable, you can print that variable, right? So that is what I'm doing. And after that, I'm closing the file. So let me run this to make sure you understand, Shlok. Is this clear, Shlok? मी काय सांगतोय ते कळतंय का तुला? कळत नसेल तरी फील फ्री की मला सर अजून कळत नाही आणि आय कॅन एक्सप्लेन यू सम डिफरंट वे. श्लोक समजलाय का तुला? मी आतापर्यंत हे काय केलंय, ह्या कोड समजला का? नो. आता मग काय समजलं नाही ते सांग मला, कारण 4च लाईनचा कोड आहे. तर what line you don't understand? 29, 30, 31, 32. You have to type quick, Shlok. कुठली लाईन समजली नाहीये? 29 आहे. 29 मधली ही लाईन समजते तुला की फाईल path ha, this is a C drive. So this is C drive on my file, right? This is a C drive, correct? C drive मध्ये there is a folder data and that data folder has a file my file data file dot txt. So that is the way you specify path. This is called path to the file. So you are telling, this is a function, just like you know the print function, right? Print function does what? Prints the content, right? Print function is something like this, right? Print, and you put anything. I want to print this text. So print function does what? Prints this text, right? So this print function is for printing. Same way, open function is to open the file. But that open function, just like a print function, takes you the text. Here, open function takes the path for file. So that's the reason we are specifying path for this file. So this function is going to open this file, or computer is going to use that open function to open the file. And once that file is open, it is going to assign that open file object to that variable f. And now you call f dot read line. This read line is another function which is going to read one line from that file. This is the file, right? So from that file, it is going to read one line and assign to this variable, which is a text. And currently we are just going to print this text as it is, correct? So is this making little better, Slok? You can see this file has this text, right? So we are going to read this first line with this. This f read line is going to read first line, assign it to this variable, and we are printing that variable as it is. Shlok समझ लगा? We will run it so you will know. So let's, I'm debugging it, right? So let's open this. So here we open this. So F now has pointer to a file in this place. Now we are reading this for one line. So if you read first line content, what is those? Today is August 17. See if that file has this, it read into this variable. And I'm just now gonna go print it just for sake of explaining you guys what is happening. So you can see it printed, where is it? Okay. It printed that first line. And then after that, as I said, anytime you open the file, you have to close the file. And that is what this close function gonna do. So you close the file. So this open is to open the file. Read line is to read one line at a time from the file. You can read multiple lines. Is it? And then I was just, other function I was showing you is how to write the file. To write the file, you open the file in a write mode, because this R specifies a read mode. If you type W, that means it's a write mode. This is just, you guys are getting more into computer programming, right? So this is going to be little difficult at this time, but eventually you will know, oh, this is same like in a Python, or this is same in a different language. So this all things remain same, but पहली way read करता ना था. Just remember that R means read, W means write. So it is good, Shlok. I know Shlok lang बोलते हैं, but is it good to you, Parth, and even for Arjun? Mansi, I think left, but Deepika, are you guys understanding? So for today, I think we can repeat the same homework, or you guys want a homework from the file. I think it is going to be little difficult. So let's not do this. We will do this program in next class. But maybe what I want you guys to do is do this homework. What we did in today's class, do that homework. And next time when I ask you guys, I just don't want Arjun to say yes. I want other guys to say yes. Arjun don't have to do the homework. If he does, then good. But he tried something this time. So this is, again, we are repeating the same homework. I did this in our class, right? We did this whole thing in our class, but do it again. So I will understand you guys know these things. And can you guys, are you guys on the WhatsApp groups? Because you guys must be getting that, what is it? Let me see what you guys, oh, okay. It's only, okay, there is no WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay. So there is no WhatsApp group. So, but you guys have this homework. Next week, I want you guys to finish or say yes to this homework, and we can take everybody's homework quickly. If you're writing on a notebook, तुमची notebook जी असेल तर त्याच्यावरचं picture काढून post करा. I really want to see you guys understand or not. ठीक है? Sir, actually you guys can leave now. It's 4 minutes early, but that's okay. You guys can go. Hey, by the way, guys, before you guys leave, I know some of you guys have done some classes. I think uh, Arjun, you did some Python classes, right, Arjun? How about you, Shlok? Did you do any Python classes before? You guys have to type quickly. It's almost getting. What? No, sir. I thought, Arjun, you did your Python classes before. I know Deepika didn't do it. Mansi didn't do it. I mean, they were in my previous class too. But Arjun, I thought you did your Python class somewhere. Oh, so Shlok, you did your Python class somewhere. So Shlok and Aryan, did you guys do classes before? Python classes? Okay, then Shlok, then I thought then you should understand file. So, okay, file wasn't covered in that previous class. That's fine. You learning something new, then that's good. Aryan, so if you have not done a Python class before, तर तुला आता जे शिकवतोय मी ते समजतंय का? Arjunला समजतंय, I can say yes because he lot of time try to do the homework. पण Aryan, तुला समजतंय, right? Then I know Deepika, तुला समजतंय का? Deepika, then who else is there? Mansi left early. What about Darshana Pawar? किंवा Darshana Pawar. Then who else is there? Because I really want you guys to understand. And Darshana Pawar. Who else is there? Let me see. Aryan said yes. Darshana Pawar, Samastaka, Harish. You are not saying anything. Prathamesh and Harish. Okay, Darshana Pawar, Chinmay. Darshana is a Chinmay, right? Okay. Chinmay, तुला समजतंय का? तू क्लास केला होतास कधी पूर्वी? क्लास केला होतास पायथॉनचा पूर्वी? Okay, तुला समजतंय. What is what? So Chinmay, you need to, okay, so yes is for what? Chinmay and Harish. Oh, Chinmay and Harish. And then, anyway, you guys can leave. Okay, you can understand. Good. Class केला नाहीयेस ना पूर्वी आणि understand होतंय तर that's good then. Okay, so you guys can leave. It's 8:30 mine. तुमच्याकडे almost 9 वाजलेत. Shlok. Okay, what do you mean? I only learn print if else if for while loop. पूर्वीच्या क्लासमध्ये तेवढंच शिकला होतास का? Shlok? So that is what you are saying you learned in. Look, can you unmute? Okay, and if you have few minutes, talk. Explain where you did the class. Let me unmute you, Shlok.
Sir, I did Python in Muktangan.
मुक्तांगण. तर तिथे तुला काय काय शिकवलं? तू कुठल्या ग्रेड मध्ये आहेस?
Yes, sir.
कुठल्या ग्रेड मध्ये आहेस? म्हणजे क्लासमध्ये स्टँडर्ड मध्ये कुठल्या आहेस?
7th standard.
7th स्टँडर्ड. आणि मग तिथे तू फक्त प्रिंट इफ एल्सिफ वगैरे शिकलायस. ओके, सो फाईल हँडलिंग नाही शिकलायस, फंक्शन नाही शिकलायस.
No, sir.
Okay, then you are getting something new. That's good. Just good. Then, पण तुला समजतंय ना मग नवीन काय शिकतोयस ते?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Keep it up, Shlok.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, then yeah, you can go. All of you guys can pick up.